Okay, I am a good-looking black woman. Good-looking African American. Actually, let me talk to you for a second. I noticed that some of the people kind of like got in their feelings when I had posted something about this Linda Wilson that was calling Juanita Bynum out on Juanita Bynum's page. So I had posted, said I found the person and shared some things that she posted on her own page. And some of these people that follow Juanita Bynum made some comments, okay? First of all, to you, to the Bumblebees, Wasps, Hornets, Gnats, followers, whatever you call yourself, whatever you are to Juanita Bynum, I am not jealous of Juanita Bynum, okay? And matter of fact, I'm trying not to talk about her anymore unless there is something that she is preaching that is not biblical, okay? I posted that because, and even if I made my comment, I bought a prayer kit, that is true. And there was a time I believed in Juanita Bynum, in the anointing of what was on one. Let me rephrase that. I believed in the anointing that God had placed on Juanita Bynum's life 20 years ago, okay? Now, I'm not saying she's not anointed. I believe she is anointed. I love to hear her preach still. But I noticed a difference from 20 years ago to now, okay? And I try to be supportive to her ministry by giving and everything else, but I know that because I had did some videos that I was kind of like being shaded on, kind of like being, I wouldn't say ignored. I would say that people wasn't responding the way that I thought that they should, and I know it was because of the videos that I shared on my page and some of the things I had said in the videos. Okay? I can understand if you're taking your feelings out on me, just don't do it against my family. Now, I thought I had ran across a fake page. If it wasn't a fake page, somebody should have notified me and said that wasn't a fake page. I did unblock that page though, and the reason why is because I went to that page. They didn't come to me. The person who was pretending to be Dorinda Clark came to me years ago. And I found out that, okay, this is a fake page. They was using words like my child and all this stuff. And I know from experience, even with trying to get the prayer kit, calling up there to see if they was doing counseling for real, the reaction, the response that I got was totally different from the response that I got when I went on that page. That person was nice. They was considerate. They had a concern. And yes, I still believe that God could heal, okay? I believe that he could heal without an operation, without a transplant and all that stuff. Because this person still has a kidney. You know, they was born with both kidneys, but one of them didn't function. The other one got totally damaged in November to where it won't function at all. But anyway, I believe God. But if you're going to come after me, just come after me. That has nothing to do with my daughter and her kids. Period. With that being said, I just want the Bumblebees to know. Some of y'all made some comments on my page about somebody being jealous and, oh, you know, about us talk about the prophetess. Okay, the prophetess shouldn't be talking about none of us neither, okay? I'm just saying. Just saying. Just saying. But anywho, with that being said, I just want you, oh, my phone is going off. I just want you Bumblebees, Hornets, whatever y'all call yourself. I know some of y'all call yourself the Bumblebees, some of y'all just followers and all of that other stuff. I'm not trying to slander Dr. Bynum, and I'm not sitting up here trying to call myself, you know, run her down to where I'm not trying to withdraw nobody from her ministry. If you want to follow her, that's between you and God. I have nothing to do with that. I know there are some bloggers who are trying to tell people that follow them to stop following the ministry and all that. I'm not one of those bloggers, okay? Now, I did run across a cousin after doing a DNA test, because I did a DNA test for my heritage and for Ancestry.com. So I want you guys to hear me clearly. I have a cousin that I'm related to by DNA, by blood, that I never met before. I haven't met a lot of these people. I know a lot of the people from South Carolina, and there are a great deal of those that I'm friends with on Facebook. And some of them I met at a family reunion. That's on my mama's side of the family. I'm still trying to meet her father's side of the family. She has a sister that I never met. Okay? My dad's side of the family, I did a DNA, found out, I did a DNA for my heritage first, and found out there was 3 extended cousins that was there. One of them was a first or second cousin of mine, about a second cousin of mine. And come to find out, I found out more about his father, but I'm still trying to find out about his mother. That's the hardest part, because I don't know where exactly she was born, if she was born in Alabama. And when you have a last name like Brown or Smith or Williams, it's hard to find those people relatives, because some of everybody's name is William or Smith. There's a great deal of people out there who has a last name Williams, Smith, Brown. So it's very hard. So that's one of the reasons why, because the last name. Some everybody else has that last name and they're not related to each other. And there are people with the last name Brown that are in Tennessee, Ohio, all over the United States. So I don't know where to start. According to my dad, she was born in Alabama. But I can't find nobody down there. And either somebody didn't do a record of her or something like that. But on Ancestry.com, I feel like I'm running into some of her people. So I have to activate my account again. I can see who I'm related to and who DNA matches mine, but I cannot see nobody's family tree. I can see the names that they have in a family tree, but I cannot see their family tree at all unless I activate my account again. So I'm going to do that for 1 month just to see if I can find out about her finally. Now, in doing my search, that's where I ran across this person who was a cousin, like a 4th cousin of mine. And when I looked at all the names she had in her family tree, the name Bynum and Smothers came up on her family. Now, they are related to her. They're not related to me. I haven't seen where they was related to me, because there's a lot of people who could be related to me, and then they are related to somebody else as well that's not related to me at all. Okay? For instance, I have cousins. We just buried a cousin about a week or 2 ago, and her mom and my mom are sisters. But when it comes to her dad's side of the family, they are no relationship to me at all. Her father's family is no relationship to me at all. You know, they from North Carolina. I do have family that's in North Carolina, but they are no relationship to that family. So that's what I'm talking about right there. And that makes sense. It's the same thing with my dad. My dad's family has no relationship to them at all. So I have to see if I can find my mom's sister. They have the same father. I know all her siblings, they have the same mother, but I have to find that one sister that she has. And I see that some of her father's people are on Ancestry.com. So I have to find that, and I have to find my father's mother's side of the family so I can see where she was born, who her parents was, and everything else. So there is a Bynum with an S at the end that I'm actually related to. But when it comes to Bynum Without the S, there is no match. This person, I was shocked. I was just, trying to see how we was related. And that's when I had put up the names, and all these names came up, and those were one of the names that I spotted out. I did see Brown as well, but like I said, there's so many Browns that I don't know who's who. So that's where the difficulty comes from that. But anyway, I gotta get ready for bed. I just wanted to let you guys know. Some of y'all been commenting, and I know y'all like Juanita Bynum a lot, and you have a lot of good things to say about her. I did have a lot of good things to say about her. I have nothing against her. I really don't. Like I said, I like her preaching, her teaching, and her encouraging and empowering these women. I still feel like she don't have a ministry for the hurt and broken woman. That's just me. And I'm talking about people who don't have money, who done been into, and even though she experienced all of this, there are some people that have been beaten, that needs a shelter to go to, and they don't have that type of ministry. They have a ministry. Juanita Bynum has a ministry for preachers to be heard, for their voice to be heard, so that their platform could be larger and people would know who they are. It's for the preachers who teaching everybody, but don't nobody know who they are, so they go to Juanita Bynum and they find their platform and their voice, and they get this training, this ministerial training, and then they're able to use Juanita Bynum to come on their programs or whatever they have in, and people know who they are because they associate themselves with Juanita Bynum. That's the type of ministry she has. To me, that's what it seemed like. The people who I feel like she's counseling is people with money. People who own businesses and have money. See, I work for somebody. I get up, go to work, and work for somebody. So that's the difference. So anyway, that's how the way I'm feeling. That's my opinion, and that's about it. So with that being said, if I was actually related to the prophetess, I would try not to have anything negative to say about her ever again. I wouldn't even listen to anybody who has anything that's negative to say. I'll just shut it down. People are entitled to their own opinion. And with the Linda Wilson thing, Linda Wilson should have went on her page and said what she had to say. There's nothing wrong with that. She has her own opinion. She don't have to listen to Juanita Bynum. She don't have to support her ministry. That's her opinion. But I wouldn't have went on Juanita Bynum page while she preaching and looking at who's commenting or what they said in the comments and call her out to be a Jezebel. I don't feel like Juanita Bynum is a Jezebel anyway. That's just me. I just feel like there are some issues with Juanita Bynum, but however. Now, if that was Juanita Bynum actually helping me and answering me, then forgive me. I didn't know. But it's just that it was just too good to be true. That's all. That means that you must have been having a good day, feeling good, and you was willing to listen to whatever I had to say. So anyway, let me go. Gotta get up tomorrow morning, and try to have a good night tonight. Hopefully I will. And that's about it. But I have nothing else to say. And hopefully in a few months you guys will see why I haven't been supportive to a lot of ministries. I'm not talking about with finances. There are some people who I know God ain't talking to. Okay? LaShawn Pace is one of those, because I don't think God would tell you to take off the makeup. But if he dealt with you about it, then that's just you. That's not for everybody else. But there are a whole lot of other people. There's people who will cuss you out and then preach to you, and it's like, okay, is God really talking to you? There's people who sit up there and talk sideways, and then call himself prophesying to you. It's like, okay, what's going on here? And another thing, why is somebody preaching and looking at the comments and seeing what people say on Facebook anyway? I'm just saying. But anyway, if the revival is still continuing, because those are repeats, of course, then I'll hear what's being said. But don't talk at me unless God is really telling you to say that to me. So anyway, with that being said, I got to go, okay?